Moksu. Moksu Yame. Onegai deshimasu. Hi, dozo. Welcome to Aikido online class. I think it's the 6th or 7th time. We'll keep up practicing more or less the same session. Maybe today I'll go a little further to some weapons exercises, some weapons drills you can do at home, which do not need so much space and when the furniture is not too much in danger. But first of all, like every time, we'll start with our warm-up with our taiso exercises, starting with the breathing, 3 breathing and relaxation methods at the beginning. Okay, first of all, grab the thumbs on the upper legs and exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose. Empty the lungs. Inhale. Keep the shoulders relaxed and the center always active. breathe regularly. Next exercise, put your fingers at the outer edge of the rib cage. You can feel the ribs already. Put them there, lean forward as you exhale and try to enter with your fingers under the rib cage a little bit. Not as deep as it should not hurt, but a little bit following the rhythm of your breath of your exhalation. So, if you exhale, lean forward a little bit and enter with your fingertips. Then we move slightly inwards towards the solar plexus, always a little bit. Center is still active, muscles in the stomach are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Next, right hand on your chest, solar plexus on the heart spot. Second hand, left hand, you put supportingly on your seikadandan, on the center located slightly below the navel knot, more or less. Don't use it as pushing or pulling with your hands, just as a support to let you feel the flow of ki, of energy, a little easier. So as you exhale supportingly, you give it a little push on the lower side towards the center, reminding you of keeping it active while you exhale and the stomach goes slightly inwards. As you come back, the upper hand on the solar plexus, on the heart, is, as you inhale, supportingly pushing here a little bit. Okay, let's go on with drilling with warm-up exercises like taiso in seiza. Cross the fingers, stretch towards the sky, keep this stretching movement upwards continuously active, and then twist the upper body to the left and to the right while not turning the head too much to one side, so the center line always stays the same. Center activated. Okay, next. One arm to one side, stretching the shoulder, look to the other side. Change. Elbow behind the head, little push on the elbow, and the middle finger of the other hand is on your spine so that it's straight up. Don't bend forward, don't turn the head keeps straight up, and this hand is slightly pushing to increase the stretch. And change. Cross the fingers like this, put together the inside inner part of your hands, but do it behind your back. Okay, both hands grab, cross the fingers, straighten the arms, put together the hands, keep sitting straight up, and then try to push upwards a little bit your arms to bring upwards in this direction. Okay. Don't overdo it. You should always feel comfortable. Okay. Change the seat. Feet together, close to the butt. Grab your toes, keep this back straight, and lean forward. The knees are pushing downwards, As you wish to support the stretch in your upper legs, you can push down with your elbows. If you want, you can also come up like this, raise the butt from the floor, push the upper body upwards so that the whole weight is on the outer side of your feet. If it doesn't feel comfortable, leave this part. And one foot upwards, second one inwards, twist the body towards the straightened leg and stretch forward. Use this hand not to pull your upper body too intensively towards the knee, just a little bit. Not like this. If you only reach till here, it's okay too. If you only reach till here, it's okay too. Mainly important is turn the upper body, lean forward, keep the back as straight as possible, and feel the stretching in the torso at the flanks here, and maybe at the inner part of your upper leg. If possible, you can also try to grab with the opposing hand towards your foot. Okay, then change sides. Straight up, towards the leg and forward. Leg is straight. Try to keep the opposing part of the knee as close to the floor as possible. Second hand here. You see, also one side is easier than the other one. That increases the rotation, the twist of the upper body. But only do it if you feel comfortable with it. Okay. Back to seiza. And straighten one leg forward. The second stays on the floor. But let's start on the other side. So this one is straightened. This one is on the floor, but don't sit on your heel. straight up. You can, if possible, it's a little bit outward, not exactly underneath your butt, and then you lean back. You can do it leaning back on the hands, or if possible on the elbows. The bent knee you should try to keep in touch with the floor. The second foot is actively straightened up. Okay, come back up, change the sides. Back again. Knee of the bent floor, keeping the floor of the bent leg, the bent knee, keep the knee in touch with the floor. Very well. Next exercise, lying on the flank, the head supported by your hand, both legs are raised a little bit so you don't keep in touch with the floor anymore. Raise them, and then the upper leg you bend it, and your hand, free one, is reaching for the ankle bone, for the ankle here, and to put a little bit of tension in the leg and in the whole body. Try to keep the balance lying on your flanks. Change the side. From here, roll over to the other side. Same position, other leg. Okay, then straight on the floor. Okay, arms above your head, stretch the whole body, make it as long as possible. Then for getting a good sensation for your center, we add an exercise raising legs, arms and head as we exhale each. Focusing on our center, the energy here at the Sekatanden, and relax. And again. And again. And relax. And last one. And relax. Very well. And then roll over to one side. You keep the hands above your head. You can also close the hands like this. On one hand, roll over to one side. Straighten legs and arms, also the head. And keep the balance lying on one side. Directly roll over to the other side. Keep the balance. Back on your back. Okay. One knee, pull it towards the chest. Keep the hip on the floor, only as far as the hip is still on the floor. Second leg, not completely relaxed, but actively straightened. And change. Alright, relax. Come up. And let's see if I've forgotten something. Alright. Yeah. We roll the whole way back. Here. Relax the legs. Relax your neck. Exhale, breathe. Come up. Legs to each side. Rotate the upper body clockwise and counterclockwise. Last exercise. Bend one knee and twist the upper body in the direction towards the bent knee. Second hand reaches to the rear and pull in your belly a little bit and look to the rear. Second leg still not completely relaxed but actively straightened. And change. All right. Going forward. Oh. Okay, next. Tekubi Junamundo. Wrist drills, wrist warm up exercises corresponding with basic Aikido principles, techniques. First, ikkyo, thumb looking down, thumb on thumb, then compress the wrist and at the same time here lower the elbows, other side. Here also the forefingers are on the outer edge, on the cutting edge of the hand, let's say, and are also pushing and twisting a little bit so that you get tension on the wrist part. Don't do too much, just to feel it and to increase energy flow, and if you want blood flow Okay, second is for koku-ryoku. Look at your pinky, thumb between pinky and ring finger. Grab with the four fingers, you grab the thumb part of the twisted hand, and then exactly in the middle, in front of your middle axis, you lower the whole package, twisting the hand outwards. Don't do it too close to the body, a little bit in distance of 1 or 1.5 fist in front of your center. Other side. Next is ikkyo, thumb looking down. Now the hand comes from below. The four fingers make contact with the thumb of the second hand, grabbing the cutting edge of the hand. Then you make this whole package, you compress this whole package and bring the pinky towards your forehead and then lower the whole thing a little bit. Not raising the elbows too much, keep the elbows low as always. Ikkyo. Outside. Good contact between the hands means there is no space, no air in between palm and the rear of the other hand. Okay, next is sankyo. Look at the rear of your hand. Grab from above and twist it outwards and forward. You can do it a little closer towards the wrist and then move to the edge of the fingers. Shoulders relaxed. Don't move your upper body. And change. Next one for ikkyo. Grab the fingers, you can put the thumb in this corner here, straighten the arm and bring it down. Straighten the arm, bring it down. Other side. Straighten first, then down. Next, index finger to the forehead. You go below, you bring it up, grab the hand and relax the whole case. Shoulders are relaxed, don't bend the upper body. Let only gravity work for you. Other side. Cross the arms, cross the fingers, inside, outside. And change. Sun, yang, go, roku, chi, hach, yu, ju. Cut the sky. Check the center. Relax the arms. Broad stance, toes pointing forward, back straight forward, as low as possible. You should feel stretched muscles but not pain. Oops. Okay, then come a little closer. Let hang loose the upper body and the head. Inhale, fingers moving up first. Exhale. Toes, right side rolling back and forth, stomp, rotate the ankle counterclockwise, clockwise. Shake it. And kick forward slightly. Other side. Toes. Stomp. Rotate. Other direction. Shake it. Kicks. Okay. Kicks. Just swing your leg back and forward. Not too high, just for activation. Other side. Change as high as possible without overdoing it. Change. Kicks forward, keep balanced, single movements. Up, forward, and back. This knee is bent a little bit. Change. Okay, and to the sides. Body keep it as straight up as possible, and to the flanks. Okay, jump on the spot. Relax shoulders, arms, lungs. Back and forth. Round and square. Change direction. Back and forward. Rhinos. Change direction. Run on the spot. Increase speed. Kogo tendo undo. Back and forth. Don't touch the floor with the head. Round shape of the spine and back. Change the feet, one foot close, the other one straight up as before. both feet close to the butt leaves contact with the floor, hands to the front, stretching the rear side of the ankle. And change. And change. Stand up. Same position, weight over your feet, push with both feet to the floor. Yuyashinkai. And back, same movement. 1, 2, 3. Kokyu-ryoku. Same position like before, from here, hand, head. Other side, hand outward, protect the head, reach backward to the floor, head to the opposing side, opposite side. Try to not touch the floor with the head. Here, stable position with your heels sitting on your heels, toes active, not like this, like this. Both arms inside for advanced students. And same exercise forward. One knee pointing to the direction you want to go. Second knee outwards, outer hand, fingers to the front, inner hand, fingers to the rear. Shoulder makes contact first with the floor, head to the side, and let kinetic energy work for you. Other side here, 1, 2, shoulder to the floor, and let it roll. Again, the head is not touching the floor. To make it more straight, I advise you to watch a spot where you want to go. Bring the head down and bring the shoulder down. Head to the side, and after the roll, immediately focus on the spot again. That keeps the roll more straight forward. Okay, once again, sit and up again. Okay, we repeat the exercises we did last time, starting with ikkyo undo, basic exercise for ikkyo movement, starting in shisentai, hands slightly relaxed but slightly straightened, forming a triangle in front of your center. One foot moves to the other, the weight shifts on this foot, which is already a little bit bent. Then the first foot forward in hanmi position, and the hands, you bring them up in front of your face. Outer edge, cutting edge, tegadana to the front. As you go back, same procedure, arms go down, weight is shifted back, and shisentai. Okay, once again, ich, and back, ni, other side, and back. Always keep the heels on the floor, not like this, always like this. So as you move forward, here, move forward, stable position. As you move forward, initiate the movement forward from your center. The center is pulling, the hips are pulling the feet and the upper body. It's not here, starting here, neither here, it's starting here. Make the movements, put them together fluently from one side to the other. Center always active. Two sides. Focus on coordinating the raising and falling of the arms with the step forward, the slide step, and the rotation of the whole body. If you want, 4 directions. Other side. Get them together, one series, left and right. Okay, and for the super pros, or those who want to attain this 8 directions movement is also possible using 4 and 1/8 part of every circle. Okay. These 4 are similar, then you go 180 plus 45 and restart with 4 directions in the middle. And from here again 180 plus 45 is here. (180 plus 45). Alright, next exercise, kokyu-ryoku, or to remember it easier, putting a large rock to the rear. A little closer than Yuyashinkai, hip broad stance, knees are bent, weight is on, the majority of your weight is on your toes, this part of the feet. Stand relaxed, spine is straight, raise your arms, twist the upper body as you feel it brings you to the rear. Give it space and slide step backward. Toes are pointing in the new direction, heels have contact with the floor. Again, other side, raise the arms as you inhale, as you exhale. And back to starting position. Inhale. Relax the arms, back to starting position. Very well. And we repeat the 3 steps of sabaki for irimi kaiten for the for Tenkai and Irimi Tenkan. Okay, so Irimi, start in Hami position, weight on the rear foot, you slide, step forward, leading an energy coming towards you, to the side, or you move slightly outwards as you move forward, letting the energy pass, which you do, or which you simulate with your arm. Yeah. Other side. And same exercise but straight forward. Okay. Second one, Irimi Tenkan, Irimi Kaiten, which means slight step forward and turning the hip in the other direction. Slight step forward, turning the hip. At the end, there is always a change in body weight, which is shifting from one foot to the other. So you start on the rear foot, slight step forward, weight is on the front foot. Now as you turn, weight stays on the same foot. Now is on the rear one. Okay. Arms like this. So forward, just like letting someone pass. Change. Okay, and the last one, Irimi Tenkan, which is a combination of both of them. But now you start with a whole step instead of a slight step, which means step forward, turn the hip, step backward. And then you can go directly in the other direction. You don't have to change the sides. Step forward, change orientation of the hip, pivot on the spot, and foot back, front foot to the rear. The hip stays on the same level, not jumping while doing it. So not like this, but as you step forward, the hip stays on the same height. Okay, like this. Step, pivot, step, step, pivot, step. Therefore, it's important to start with the knees already bent. If you start with the knees stiff, it's most likely that you will raise the hip here and come here. So I always start already lowered with the weight a little bit, and from here I can easily move back and forth. Arms are up again, the hand and the arm are supporting the imagination of force, of energy being led from one side to the other. All right. As promised, we do some weapons, or at least one weapons exercise. For today, I think we start with Bokken in seiza. Bring out the sword like in Tachibasa, but without stepping backward. So you pull, you draw the sword. The left hand is forming the kokyu-ryoku, the opening of the saya, where you pull out the sword. Therefore you don't move both hands. The left hand keeps contact with the hip. Close here. You draw the sword, bring it to the front, and first, for the beginning, just put it on the floor. Then please check ceiling, check furniture, check everything around you. You don't do some large movements, but especially for the first one to the rear, you have to have space. So check if there are any lamps in your way. Slowly check if you have enough space, and where, for example here, where exactly the space ends. Okay, I get a little closer to you. Okay. Then remember the grip. The end of the sword is inside the palm, not reaching outwards. Mainly the fingers holding a D3, pinky, ring and middle finger, and you grab from above. You don't grab from the side. You don't grab from the side, you grab from above. Okay? So therefore the index finger and the thumb are in contact with the tsuka, the grip, but not spread away. They are in contact with the grip, but slightly. Okay. Imagine that the bone structure of the forearm, of the arm, the shoulder is extended with your sword. The second hand, the same. Don't grab it too far at the front. Normally you can see where the grip ends. So if you grab it, better a little closer, not too far to the front. Normally your index finger of the right hand should not touch the blade part. Okay, so if this one is relaxed and you have also a grip from above, D3 fingers making good contact to the thumb muscle here, like this, and you relax your index finger. Normally it has, in this case, no contact. If you go a little more to the front, it already is close to the blade part. Okay, so keep it, better you keep it a little closer than too far apart, the both hands. Yeah, for warming up, just straight cuts, kiri otoshi, which means falling cut. Otoshi means fall, kiri is cut. So you bring it to the rear, don't change the grip, bring it to the rear, and as you exhale, you cut until the arms make contact with your chest, so there is a natural ending of the cut. Okay, you relax to the rear. You can also make contact with the sword at the end of the spine, so you can feel and check if you're in the middle, and on the front end you can also check by just watching. And always there, in this position, there is half a second of a break where you should not move the sword, where the movement comes to an end before you initiate the next one. Okay, so ich, ni, san, yan, go, garoku, na, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, don't try to cut like putting force in the cut, or try to cut like letting the sword do the work for you. As little energy as necessary to bring the sword from here to the point where the sword starts to interact with gravity, which is the force that pulls the sword normally down. So I just bring it up here, and then the sword is falling until its natural end of the cut, because my arms have reached the maximum of extension. Try to not do this at the end. Don't change the angle between the forearm and the hand. So don't bend it forward at the end. Just here. Okay. Grip is not strong, it's light. On your own, do it 20 times. As always at the end, we do 3 breathing exercises to calm down, to relax. First of all, open, inhale, exhale. Raise the fingertips, turn the hands, exhale. Inhale, arms to the rear. Muksu. Muksu yame. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.